Hey, what is up, everyone? I just wanted to remind you guys that we are doing a giveaway on the channel. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. Then the next milestone that we give away prize, 500 subscribers. That'll be a much bigger prize. So let's look out for that and enjoy the video. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Let's be real. This is episode 11 that we're getting into today, and I want to welcome you. If you've listened to the other ones, I thank you for your support. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome. Or watching me on YouTube. So we're going to jump into a segment which I like to call as gratitude time. And today I am grateful for my parents and all the things they did for me to give me the best childhood possible. The memories and fun things that I had and did while a youngling have stuck with me. And I am grateful for all of those memories. So with that, we are going to get into today's topic, which I guess you could say
what's going on
is being childish. And it's going to deal with being a child, being a kid, being childish. And so based on Webster's dictionary, the definition of child is a noun, a young human being below the age of puberty or below the legal age of majority. Childish is a noun. It says of, like, or appropriate to a child. Inner child is a noun. It's a person's supposed original or true self, especially when regarded as damaged or concealed by negative childhood experiences. Grow up. I'm sure some of you have heard that expression before. It's a verbiage. Begin to behave or think sensibly and realistically. And the last little word definition I want to get into today is serious. I want to get serious with you. It's an adjective demanding careful consideration or application. So, do people sometimes refer to you as childish? Or do they tell you that you have a very good understanding of your inner child, or that you access your inner child better than others? I would say that I act like a kid pretty much most of the time, and it helps with when I am being with my child. I do have to be the parent sometimes and do the things that I don't want to do and discipline and, henceforth lay down the law as a parent. But I do find it easy to access my inner child and to be able to really get down and play and have fun. And yes, I do have a competitive side to me, but that was through my childhood that I had developed a lot of that. But there's a phrase that people use for, I guess you could say, people like me or other people that are a little bit more friendly when it comes to being childish. And they say to grow up. And I tell them, I have. I'm an adult now, legally. But at the same time, there are times when that phrase is appropriate. There is times when somebody is being childish in a way that's being bratty or throwing a temper tantrum or things like that, then yes, the phrase grow up is perfect for that position. But there are other times when somebody is having fun, being a kid, enjoying memories and other things flooding to them because of playing a board game or a card game or reminiscing of toys and collecting them through a garage sale, and they're saying, "Oh, grow up." I disagree with that way of saying the phrase. Is there a time to be serious? Yes, there is definitely a time to be serious and grow up. But I feel that we should connect with that child version of us a lot more than some of us do. And the reason being is because imagination. Remember as a kid, the imagination you had. It ran wild. Some of you more than others. I know for me, I would spend hours in my room playing and imagining that I was the commander of a military ship and I was blowing up my Lego buildings and bombs and using batteries as bombs. And it was fun. That was me being a kid, the imagination I had. And the reason why we have to tap into that imagination is because anything is possible once we put our mind to it. Where do you think dreams and goals come from? We imagine them. We dream them up. We are very childlike when it comes to wanting to achieve things. We dream big. And as kids, I mean, how many times were you asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And some of us would say astronauts or archaeologists or all these other things, which some of people would look at you and go, dream on. You're probably never going to be that, or you'll grow out of that, or whatever it is. And that was the more cynical side of people just kind of trying to tell us what we can and can't do. But at the same time, you imagined at times, if you wanted to be an astronaut, you would imagine in your room that you were out in space. Now just think for a second. If nobody imagined actually being out in space and going to space, do you think we ever would have went? Do you think we ever would have tried to go to the moon? Those things came from imagination. They came from dreams and goals because we used that. So the things of your childhood, the imagination, the dreaming and all that, the sentimental value of items that you may or may not have played with, Power Rangers, G.I. Joes, Hot Wheels, for instance, Pokemon cards. For those that can't see my backdrop here, you would see it on YouTube, or if you've seen my Instagram, I have a collection of Pokemon cards behind me. But the point is we all have things that we grew up with. We all have things that we collected or played with as a child. And holding on to those things helps you hold on to those happy memories, helps you hold on to those happy times that you had. Because nobody wants to hold on to negative things. Nobody wants to keep those things. Do we? Yes, we do. A lot of us don't realize that we're keeping the anger and sadness and resentment from things. And that's a whole different topic to discuss. But at the same time, holding on to happy memories is a good thing. It's kind of like your bank for your emotional side. You bank all of these happy, euphoric memories. And at times, you go to the bank and you withdraw them to be happy, to reminisce, to feel good about what you have done or collected or had in life. Now, should you spend too much time here? No. Again, another topic, another time. But it is good to revisit and explore the past here and there, to really look at things and remember where you came from, what you've done, and how you've, in a sense, grown up. But you should never forget where you came from as a child, what you did as a child, the imagination you had as a child. It really does define and help shape your future to continue on remembering your childhood for the good. I know some of you may not have had amazing childhoods. I understand that. But I'm sure there are happy memories lodged in there somewhere that you may or may not be able to find or remember. And you know what? I understand if you can't. I will never understand somebody who had a horrific childhood. Again, I can only speak for myself, for what I went through, for what I had. If you've seen or heard my first podcast, you will understand what I'm talking about with my childhood. And yes, it was not all cupcakes and rainbows, but at the same time, I do not want to sit here and say that I could understand or know how every single one of you had a childhood and it was all amazing and great. I understand that. But I want to say that I want to believe that you have something that you can find that was happy. If not, I'm sorry, and I don't know what else to say. I don't want to get morose. I don't want to get sad about this, but I do feel for somebody who did not have any good memories for a childhood. That just seems like you were robbed of your innocence. But as we do at the end of podcasts, let's move into the reflection Q&A. If I can find my mouse here. Where did it go? There we go.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. What?
So, Q&A reflection time. I got 3 questions for you today. Until some of you start actually sending me in some stuff. What are some of the things you remember playing with as a kid? Was it G.I. Joes? Was it Hot Wheels? Was it Barbies? Was it Polly Pocket? What was it? Do you still have those things? Do you collect them? Do you hold on to them? Do you still have your very first Hot Wheel as a momentum, as a sentimental thing? And what value do those things hold for you now? Do you use them as a memory bank, a happiness memory bank? Do you hold on to them because maybe it was from your father who has now passed away and it reminds you of all the good times you had with him? Or mother, or brother, or any other family member? Just think about that. And maybe if you don't actually have any things, I guess we could add a 4th question. If you don't currently have anything that reminds you of your childhood, what would you go out and get to remind you, to give you that placeholder, to really wrap up what your childhood was and what it meant to you? That's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope you got a little bit more understanding, a little bit about me and a little bit about yourself, and to realize that it's good to be childish every once in a while in a certain way, to really reminisce and live those happy memories of being a kid. Because I don't think we ever really truly grow up. We just learn to ignore the child inside of us. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.